record a video. Hello, welcome to Wargamer. Me and the Twitch chat are going to review the Everwinter Wonderland Mysterious Terrain release from Games Workshop, free and available from their website. They've released a bunch of saucy winter-based rules. Oh no, now I feel like I'm emulating Steve, and I can't do it. They've released a bunch of rules that you're able to use, not a bunch, 6 rules, for a mysterious wintry-themed board, which I actually quite like, because quite a few people live in the cold northern wastes, and maybe they could use this all year round, right? So, in order to bring seasonal flair to your battles, you can use the following table instead of the regular mysterious terrain table. Big question is, bring back Steve, I agree. The big question is do many of you use the mysterious terrain table? You might not know. In your core book, as well as maybe in your GHB, what you can do is for every piece of terrain, you can assign it to have a mysterious effect. These have been fairly massive over the course of competitive Age of Sigmar through the years. Sometimes we've had mirrored boards where there's the same piece on each side. Sometimes a game has been won, or even a tournament is won, based on where a specific piece of arcane terrain is. But some people do notes of narrative. So some people will love this, some people won't love this, but I think it's great that they've done it because it's something free, which is so rare in these days. Right, so what you do is you roll a piece of terrain, you roll a dice for each piece of terrain on the board, and you've got Icy. I haven't read these yet, so I'm excited to find out. Icy. If a unit starts with move within 1 inch of any terrain features with this rule, subtract 1 from its move characteristic. In addition, if you attempt to charge with a unit within 1 inch of any terrain features with this rule, subtract 1 from the charge roll. I like this, right? One of the reasons I like all of this is because it allows you to create a thematic board and still have a competitive... You could do an event pack where you have preset terrain, having all of, I haven't read it all yet, so some of it might be broken and silly, but where all of this applies, right? And you can design, you can paint up some terrain, you can have a little tournament with you and your mates, and you could do it, and it'd be super fun, right? Really, really fun. Like a form of comp, if you will, but super interesting. Yeah, and Angle in the chat, if you've got a snowy map or you've got snowy terrain, great opportunity. Okay. Arcane Aurora. Add one to the chanting and casting rolls for models while they're within 1 inch of any terrain feature with this rule. So, chanting and casting rolls. Okay, so +1 to cast and +1 to chant. It's pretty good. Snow Squall. Visibility between two models is blocked if a straight line 1 millimeter wide is drawn between the closest points of the two models crash across any terrain feature with this rule. That's great, Snow Squall, for 2 reasons. Number 1, that's actually true line of sight blocking. That's obscuring. That's actually obscuring. Previously, it was if the line passes across 3 inches of a piece of terrain, but they've changed it, which means we might see a change in the core rules for Age of Sigmar terrain, which is really exciting. First time I've read that. I'm super hype about that. Normally, it would be like if you read your core one for line of sight blocking, it's not as good as this. This is great. Just blast that spray on snow on your normal terrain. You could do that, yeah. This is great, because that's actually true line of sight blocking. That's true obscuring, right? Just use the terrain rules instead of the core rules. These are actually not bad at all. Like, if that's an update to core rules in the future, that's amazing. Frigid. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by units within 1 inch of any terrain feature with this rule. This ability has no effect on Beast Core Raider units. What? Just a buff for just Beast Core Raider units. I'm in. I would like to initiate a vote that we use these as the new match play rules forever. Vote in the chat, please. That's amazing. Subtract 1 from hit rolls. Are these for the next GHB Realm of Winter? That would be cool though, right? It should also affect Iceborne Bone Splitters. Agreed. That's also true. These are 100% better. Yeah, they are. 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by units within 1 inch of any terrain feature with this rule. That's pretty big, because you've got to be super careful not to get near them, right? Tranquil. Oh, peaceful. At the start of your hero phase, you can pick 1 friendly unit within 1 inch of any terrain features with this rule and roll a dice. On a 2+, Heal up to D3 wounds, allocate to that unit. Nope, don't like that. Let's start your hero phase. Pick one in. Nope, don't like that. Don't want Arcane to heal more. Don't like that. Like, is it busted? At the start of your hero phase. So your hero phase, so like you're there. You can pick one friendly unit within 1 inch of any terrain features. This rule and roll a dice. On a 2-up, heal D3 wounds. So it's like healing. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, just don't put too many. Like, you basically just make a board have Snow Squall, Icy, right, on it. Man Tranquil has busted the whole table. Right, and then Festive. In your hero phase, you can pick one friendly unit within 1 inch of any terrain features with this rule, and one enemy unit anywhere on the battlefield. Choose one of the following effects to apply to both units. Okay. Pick one friendly unit within 1 inch of terrain feature of this rule, and one enemy unit anywhere on the battlefield. Okay, 1 inch, so Festive. Lump of ash green cinder rock. So I pick a friendly unit within 1 inch of any terrain feature with this rule, so a festive piece of terrain, and I choose an enemy unit anywhere on the board, and then I just throw D3 mortal wounds at them. Right? So isn't that better? Oh, sorry, scroll down. Isn't, not to be rude, I mean, it's a bit bigger as well. Isn't that, that's too big. Isn't that better than the Nurgle allegiance and spells? Right? It affects you and the enemy. Pick one friendly unit within and this rule, and one enemy unit on the battlefield. Choose one of the following. The unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. No, it doesn't affect you, does it? In your hero phase, pick one friendly unit within 1 inch of any terrain feature of this rule, and one enemy unit on the battlefield. Choose one of the following effects to apply to both units. Oh! Both suffer D3 mortal wound. Nice. Okay. I can vibe with that. I can vibe with that a lot. That's great. Hey, Gemma BB. Warpstone Blast Crackers. Add one to wound rolls for that unit until the start of your next hero phase. Plus one to wound for both units. It's pretty great. Comfy Chamonite Slippers. I like that a lot. Add 2 inches to the move characteristic of that unit until the start of your next hero phase. So +2 to their move, +2 to your move. Great if you were playing a Nurgle mirror match. You'd be like, thanks, bro. Thanks for making me faster. That's good. And then finally, Dragon Eggnog. Add 2 to the bravery characteristic of that unit. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, that's pretty fun. Like, yeah, my Shadow Queen and that mage in the back. This is great. These are great. These are fun. I even like the festive one. I like you take damage, I take damage. That's great. It's a good set of rolls. Love that. Yeah, me too. Me too. The winter rules. These should just be like, as we go into like Christmas, like we should just run these for the next 3 months. Like next 3 months, we should just run these at tournaments. Genuinely might put this in effect, right? As long as obviously someone pre-designs a map and you don't roll it out. The rolling is obviously insane. No rolling, right? Piece of festive in your no, actually festive in the middle. So you got to go and control it. Festive in the middle. Some Snow Squall in the middle as well, just to make it so you can hide some stuff from shooting. Obviously not Sentinels. No Tranquil. Yeah, we'll do no Tranquil. No Tranquil. It's the Mortal Realms. There's no Tranquil terrain. I don't know what you've discussed so far, but my theory, the DP of Nurgle was supposed to go down by 1 instead of 2-1. So if you manage to get 4 or 5 stacks up, the unit would be debuffed. I agree. Well, I don't agree. Maybe. It could be. Tranquil in the back line, maybe. No, because you don't want them healing just in the back line. No more healing for heroes. I agree. No more healing for heroes. But Snow Squall, yes. Arcane Aura, no. Frigid, yes. Icy, yes. And Festive, yes. You make a great board. And great rules out of that. That's super fun. That's really fun. But they're just really the keywords that we gave to terrain anyway, that you can find on the Wargamer website. You can also find on Colonel Cabbage's Twitter. Great places to go and find it. If you have enjoyed, tell me what your winter... how do you end this for like YouTube people? Like, what do YouTubers say? They say stuff like, hey, if you've enjoyed this video, in the comments, leave me ideas for your wintry theme board. Let me know where you're based and what wintry sort of effects you add into your games. Do you use the priority roll? For the priority roll, do you pull a cracker instead of rolling the dice. It's been great to listen to you. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.